My beloved child, have you ever wondered why you are still here, standing, breathing, and rising after battles that should have destroyed you? You thought it was just chance, but I tell you, it was never chance. It was war. And you, my chosen one, have already fought and slain demons you never even saw. Now repeat this after me. Lord, though I walk through shadows, you kept me alive. You held me when I should have fallen. You did not stumble onto this message by mistake. This moment was carved into time for you because your spirit cried out for confirmation. You have been walking through unseen realms, fighting invisible enemies, and though your body felt weak, your spirit was armed with a power older than creation itself. That is why you are still standing. That is why you are hearing my words right now. Say this aloud as I ask you. God, you are my shield, the unseen hand that lifts me when I cannot rise. Beloved, what you thought was suffering was actually victory. When your tears fell, angels gathered them. When you lay awake in silence, demons fled from the power inside you. Every collapse you thought was the end was actually a triumph you did not recognize. You were chosen not just to survive, but to conquer, even when your mind did not understand. Declare these words for me. Father, even in my weakness, your strength fought for me. If you know you are one of the chosen ones, I want you to pause right now. Subscribe to this channel and share this message with someone who needs it. Stay with me until the very end because I will reveal the truth behind the 3 demons you already defeated without knowing it. Think back, my child. Remember the times when you almost gave up, when despair wrapped around your heart, when relationships shattered, when silence made you wonder if I had abandoned you. That was not just life, that was war. And you overcame, not by accident, but because I placed my spirit inside you, a spirit that refuses to die. Now lift this prayer with me. Lord, when my heart was heavy, you lifted me from the pit. You thought you were too weak, but you don't realize the very act of getting back up was the strike that destroyed your enemy. When you whispered, I still trust you, that was your weapon. When you breathed one more breath, walked one more step, chose truth instead of deception, that was the moment a demon fell at your feet. Say these words as I guide you. God, I thank you that my trust became my victory. The enemy never came dressed in red with horns. No, he came through heartbreak, temptation, lies wrapped in blessings, familiar voices that led you astray. But every time you chose peace instead of chaos, growth instead of stagnation, truth instead of comfort, you slayed another enemy you did not see. That is why you feel different now. That is why old doors are closing and your spirit is restless, because heaven saw your battles and heaven declared your victory. Now declare this as I ask you. Father, though enemies rose against me, you made me stand strong. If this word is resonating with your spirit, write in the comments what number you feel drawn to. 444 for divine protection, 777 for spiritual victory, or 333 for divine alignment. And don't forget to subscribe and share this video because someone you know desperately needs to hear that their hidden battles are already won. My beloved child, you were already marked for victory before the battle even began. And when you rose again, tired, confused, empty, you became a spiritual warrior in disguise. This is why the enemy trembles when your name is spoken, not because you shout, not because you seek attention, but because you win in silence. You slay demons without even knowing. You carry light even in your lowest moments. You walk through fire and emerge glowing. You bleed and still fight. You weep and still war, and that makes you unstoppable. Now echo this prayer with me. Father, even in my silence, your power wins battles for me. Chosen one, this is why you were selected, not because you are flawless, but because your spirit refuses to bow. Let this truth sink deep into your soul. The first demon you killed was not just trying to wound you, it was trying to erase you. And it failed. You are not who you were before that breakdown. You are stronger, sharper, more awake. You have already survived what many never could. Say these words as I ask you. Lord, what tried to erase me only revealed the strength you placed inside me. And now, when that darkness tries to creep in again, you will recognize it. You will remember you already defeated it once, and you will know. You can do it again if you must. That battle did not break you. It built you. It awakened your spiritual senses. It taught you to see without sight, to move by faith, not by feelings, because the war was never about emotions. It was about your anointing, and the fact that you walked out alive means your destiny is still unfolding. Now declare this after me. God, my destiny cannot be stopped because my anointing comes from you. Chosen one, if this is stirring your spirit, pause for a moment, subscribe and share this message. Because someone you love needs to hear that their survival was not an accident. Stay with me, because what I will reveal next is the second demon you already defeated. The next battle was not emotional, it was personal. It wore a familiar face. It came not as a stranger, but as someone you trusted, someone you loved, someone who carried your blood, your history, or your heart. That person was not the demon, but they became a vessel. Through them, the enemy attempted to break you from the inside out. Now repeat this with me. Father, open my eyes to see beyond faces, and guard me from hidden influence. The second demon did not come with force. It came through influence. It tried to distract you, delay you, and dismantle you. It came wrapped in charm, closeness, and care. But slowly, care turned into control. Closeness became chains. And when you finally saw it for what it was, your spirit was already suffocating. Yet even then, I placed a warning inside you. Say this aloud as I ask you. Lord, when confusion surrounded me, your spirit whispered truth to my soul. You thought it was just tension, just a phase. You even blamed yourself. But do you remember the unease in your spirit? That was not fear, it was protection. That was your light pushing back their shadow. And when you finally walked away, even in tears, even in guilt, even misunderstood by many, that was the moment the second demon died. Now declare these words for me. God, my obedience to walk away was my weapon of victory. If you have ever had to separate from someone you loved in order to protect your spirit, comment, I choose freedom. Let this be your public declaration, and subscribe for the next revelation. The third battle was not emotional, it was not personal, it was strategic. This demon did not come as pain, it came as opportunity, the most dangerous disguise of all. It appeared as a blessing, but it was designed to derail you. Say this with me now. Lord, not every open door is from you. Teach me to discern your alignment. It came as a relationship that looked holy but lacked my spirit, as a job that paid well but drained your soul, as busyness that seemed productive but stole your fire. It didn't need to scare you, it just needed to distract you. Because the greatest enemy of a chosen one is not always destruction, it is redirection. Speak this prayer after me. Father, keep me from the comfort that kills purpose and lead me into your truth. But you listened. You noticed your peace shrinking. You noticed your spirit tiring. You paused. You prayed again. And you obeyed the whisper over the noise. And when you turned away, even quietly, even without announcement, that was the kill. You starved the distraction, and the demon fell. Now affirm these words with me. God, I choose alignment over opportunity and destiny over distraction. Chosen one, if this word resonates, share it boldly. Someone in your circle is battling this third demon right now. By sharing, you become their lifeline. And if you haven't yet, subscribe, because I will continue to unveil the mysteries of your calling. My precious child, do not think for a moment that you were left without help. Long before the battles came, I had already equipped you. I placed within you gifts that the world could not see, treasures that even you did not fully know. Wisdom, discernment, courage, and strength. I hid them deep inside you, waiting for the time they would rise. And now is that time. This season is not about what you lack, but about what I already placed within you. Now let your heart repeat after me. Lord, you have given me everything I need for this journey. You were not chosen just to stand out. You were chosen to make an impact. Every trial, every delay, every unanswered question has shaped you for this very moment. You have wondered why I allowed certain things, but my beloved, every stone in your path became a stepping place. You were never walking in circles. You were walking toward destiny. Speak these words with me now. Father, my steps are ordered by you, and I will not stumble. There were nights you thought I was silent, days when your prayers felt unanswered, but I was never absent. I was teaching you to hear my whisper in the stillness, to trust even when you could not trace my hand. The fire did not destroy you, it refined you. The flood did not drown you, it lifted you higher. And even now, I am preparing to show you why you endured. Say this aloud as I give you the words, God, I trust you even when I do not see the way. My child, do not compare yourself to others, for I have written your story differently. Some may have taken shortcuts, but what I am building in you cannot be rushed. You are like a tree planted by the waters, slow to rise but unshakable once rooted. When the winds blow, others may fall, but you will stand because I am the one holding you up. Whisper this with me now. Lord, I will stand firm, for you are my strength and my foundation. The enemy tried to convince you that you were ordinary, that your voice did not matter, that your prayers had no power. But every time you prayed, heaven moved. Every time you believed in me instead of fear, darkness lost its ground. You have slain demons without knowing, not with a sword in your hand, but with faith in your heart. My beloved, declare this with me. In your name, Lord, I overcome every enemy. You wonder if your past mistakes disqualified you. But hear me, nothing you did has canceled my calling over you. What the enemy meant for shame, I will turn into testimony. What you thought was wasted time, I will redeem and restore. You are not defined by where you have been, but by the one who walks with you now. Say these words as I write them upon your heart. God, I am forgiven, I am chosen, and I am yours. Do not fear the future, for I already stand in it. What is ahead of you is not destruction, but promise. What is before you is not loss, but increase. I will open doors no man can shut, and I will close doors that were never meant for you. Trust my timing, for I do all things well. Now repeat this with me in faith. Lord, I will walk boldly into the future you have prepared. My beloved child, the stillness you feel now is not emptiness. It is my rest. Do not confuse the quiet with absence. That silence is sacred. It is the sound of angels who have finished their assignments on your behalf. You once lived in the tension of unseen battles, but now you are surrounded by peace. I have wrapped you in calm after the storm, for you have entered a divine pause, a holy reset. Now lift this prayer with me. Father, I embrace your rest. Teach my heart to trust the silence as your presence. You are seeing with new eyes now, not just in the natural, but in the spirit. Your discernment has sharpened. You sense deception before it even speaks, and you recognize manipulation that once confused you. My spirit within you has made you sensitive to shifts, to motives, to atmospheres. This is the wisdom of a survivor, the inheritance of one who has endured war and lived. Pray with me now. Lord, thank you for sharpening my discernment. Keep me awake to truth and deaf to deception. Even your dreams, child, are changing. Once, during battle, they were restless and stormy, but now they are clear, peaceful, prophetic. Your spirit is no longer under siege, and so the veil thins. I speak in visions and dreams, and what was once cluttered is now ordered. What was blocked by the noise of the enemy is now flowing freely. Say these words back to me. God, I open my mind and spirit to your dreams, your visions, and your guidance. You've noticed, haven't you? The craving for solitude, for silence, for the deep things of me. This is not you turning away from people. It is your spirit awakening to its higher vibration. The noise of small talk, the shallowness of empty spaces, cannot satisfy you anymore. You long for my presence, for prayer, for alignment. This hunger is not a weakness. It is your soul returning home to me. Whisper with me now. Father, draw me deeper into your presence. Strip away what no longer feeds my spirit. I've also been leaving you signs along your path, numbers, confirmations, repeated words, songs that speak exactly what you need to hear. These are not coincidences. These are breadcrumbs from heaven, reminders that you are not only protected, but progressing. You are walking in a season after war, a recovery, a rebuilding, a resurrection. Pray this with me. Lord, open my eyes to recognize your confirmations. Let me follow the trail of your signs with faith. And look, child, your voice has returned. Not just your sound, but your confidence, your creativity, your courage to speak and to show up again. The enemy tried to silence you, tried to shut you down, tried to make you doubt your worth. But I breathed on you and your voice rose again. That is resurrection. That is power restored. Say this with me as a declaration. Father, my voice belongs to you, and I will use it boldly for your glory. I know you sometimes still wonder, did I really win anything? I still feel bruised. But hear me, victory does not always look like celebration. Sometimes it looks like survival. Sometimes it is simply this. You are still standing. You may feel weary, scarred, even fragile, but you endured what was designed to break you. That is victory. That is triumph in my eyes. Pray with me in gratitude. Lord, thank you that my survival is proof of your victory in my life. Take a moment and look back, beloved. Look at the year behind you. See what you endured, what you outlasted. what chains you broke, what patterns you refused, what truth you now walk in. That is your evidence, that is your confirmation. You did not just survive, you defeated what once held you, not through force of flesh, but by the endurance of faith. Say these words with me now. God, I will not forget what you brought me through. My scars will testify of your strength. I hid some of those battles from you, child. You wonder why. You ask, why didn't you tell me, Lord? But my hiding was not neglect. It was protection. If I had shown you the full weight of the war, you might have panicked. You might have tried to fight it in your own strength, with fear or with logic, and you would have stumbled. But I kept it hidden so that your spirit could fight without interference, while your mind rested under my covering. Lift this prayer of trust. Father, even when I do not see, I trust that you are fighting for me. Understand this. I did not leave you in the dark to punish you. I covered you in the dark to preserve you, just as a surgeon shields the patient from the sight of their own operation. I shielded you from the depth of your battle until the healing was done. When the strongholds were broken, when the demons were dismantled, when your deliverance was secure, then I lifted the veil. Now you see. Now you understand. Pray with me with humility. Lord, thank you for protecting me from battles I was not ready to see. Thank you for finishing the fight on my behalf. And hear me in this, beloved. You are not defined by warfare. You are not called to live in endless survival. You are called to rise. You are called to build. You are called to carry peace, clarity, and authority. The battle was only a passage. The victory is your inheritance. Speak this boldly with me. Father, I step out of survival and into victory. I rise into the fullness of my calling. My beloved child, if you had seen too much too soon, you might have mistaken the war for your identity. You might have thought the battle was who you were instead of understanding. It was only the fire meant to refine you. That is why I covered your eyes. That is why I held back the full weight of the storm. I wanted your victory to be clean, not something earned by performance, not something rooted in emotion, but something sealed in my divine strength. I shut doors you would have questioned. I removed people you would have clung to. I collapsed plans that looked perfect to you, because hidden within them was death. I did not want you negotiating with what was secretly sent to destroy you. Now speak this back to me. Father, I thank you for the battles you fought in silence, and for the doors you closed in love. And now, my child, you are seeing it clearly. You finally understand why your energy was always under pressure, why your peace felt like something you had to guard as if it were gold. You were in a silent war, but that silence is lifting, and with it comes understanding. This was strategy, heaven's strategy. You are not just a survivor of it, you are a student of it. And now you walk in wisdom, now you fight with knowledge. The next time the enemy rises, you will recognize his shadow before he takes form, because the veil has thinned and your vision has sharpened. You are no longer who you were before. Whisper with me now. Lord, give me eyes to see clearly and wisdom to walk carefully. What you could not see before, I reveal to you now. I did not hide the war to punish you. I hid it to preserve you. Only now that the demon has fallen, only now that your spirit has been strengthened, do I allow you to see the truth. Your soul can carry this weight without breaking, because revelation without readiness is a burden, but revelation with maturity is a gift. That is why things are beginning to make sense. The heaviness that seemed random, the sudden anxiety, the dreams you could not interpret. It was war, and yet your spirit fought even when your mind did not know. That is the mark of my chosen ones. They are born coded for battle. Pray this with me now, child. God, I receive the wisdom of my survival, and I carry it with humility. But understand this also. I hid the battle because I never wanted you to attach your identity to war. Too many of my children live in survival mode, wearing scars like their only crown. But you were not born to be defined by war. You were born to rise beyond it. Survival is not your home. Victory is. Endurance is not your name. Overcomer is. The fight was not the point. The purpose that the fight was guarding, that is who you are. Say this after me. Father, I am not defined by battles. I am defined by your calling on my life. And now, my beloved, the third demon has fallen. Do you feel it? The weight you carried for years has been lifted. The despair, the disloyalty, the distraction, they are no longer your portion. Something sacred is happening in you now, and it is more than healing. It is birthing. Your spiritual womb has opened, and a new version of you is coming forth. No longer timid, no longer fragmented, no longer confused. This version of you walks in authority, in clarity, in divine alignment. Lift this prayer with me now. Lord, birth through me what you have planted within me, and let nothing be wasted. The enemy knew that once these strongholds broke, nothing could stop the acceleration of your destiny. That is why the pressure was so heavy. But pressure precedes birth, pain precedes delivery, and right now, heaven declares that you are not breaking down. You are breaking through. Do not run back to the familiar just because it feels comfortable. Do not retreat when the contractions of the Spirit come. Keep breathing, keep pressing, for what is being born through you is worth every tear, every scar, every delay. Whisper this to me now. Father, give me strength to endure the labor of my transformation. Your energy is returning. Your focus is sharpening. Your ears are opening. You are hearing me again, not only in stillness, but in the ordinary. That is how you know the warfare has ended, when my voice becomes clear again. Do not question it. Do not shrink from it. This is your season of divine instruction. You no longer need confirmation every moment because now you trust what I have placed inside of you. Pray this with me as a seal. Lord, I will walk boldly in the clarity you have given me. Assignments are forming. Alignments are coming. Gifts are awakening. You are beginning to feel the pull of your next season. What once satisfied you now feels too small. What once looked like a goal now feels beneath the magnitude of your calling. That is not restlessness, beloved. That is readiness. Heaven is downloading blueprints into your spirit. You are not just evolving, you are being unveiled. Now, speak this with me. Father, prepare me to carry the new assignments you are entrusting to me. This is identity clarity. The false layers are gone. The camouflage is shed. You cannot go back to who you were, for that person no longer exists. You cannot fit into old rooms, for your spirit no longer tolerates shallow connections. You are awakened, anointed, aligned. And what emerges now is not just for you, it is for the world. Your story will be someone's survival. Your testimony will be someone's confirmation. Your light will be someone's roadmap back to me. Say this with me, child. Lord, let my life be a vessel for others to see you through me. This is your transformation season, not a surface change, but a soul expansion. The enemy fought you so hard because it feared this moment, but now that moment has arrived. Rise, beloved, for this is the beginning of the becoming. Beloved, this exact moment was the one the enemy feared most, the moment you would finally step into who you are without apology, without delay, without shame. It trembled at the thought of your emergence because once my chosen one knows what they carry, they become a threat no demon can silence. And here you are, wiser, stronger, clearer, and more spiritually fertile than you have ever been. You are not who you were, and you will never return to what you left behind. What is being birthed through you has been preserved for this exact time. Not earlier, not later, but now. You passed the test. You endured the fire. You stood when others fell. And now, child, you are carrying something the world has never seen before. Pause and say with me, Father, I will no longer delay who you've called me to be. I embrace this moment fully. The delay is over. The hindrance is broken. The veil has been lifted. Everything that tried to stop you has already failed. What I have placed within you cannot be undone. But, beloved, hear me. After every birthing comes retaliation. The enemy cannot undo what I have sealed, but it will try one last time to re-enter. It is desperate, not powerful. It felt the shift. It saw the strongholds shatter, and so it looks for cracks. Through emotions, through people, through distractions that look almost right. But you, my child, are no longer blind. You have upgraded. You know how to pause before you respond. You know how to ask my spirit before you open the door. The bait may come, but you no longer take the bite. Lift this prayer with me now. Lord, sharpen my discernment and let me see every subtle attempt of the enemy before it comes near me. This is where many chosen ones stumble right after their breakthrough, but not you. You have learned too much, lost too much, and healed too deeply to be deceived again. So when retaliation comes, you will not panic, you will stand, you will observe, you will pray, and with full authority you will say, I have already defeated this. You have no place here. Retaliation, child, is nothing but proof. Proof that what was born in you is real. Proof that the shift was permanent. Proof that you are a threat. Now declare with me, Father, I will not fear retaliation. I will stand in the victory already won. And here is the greater truth. You are no longer surviving attacks. You are walking in spiritual authority. This is your inheritance, not borrowed, not conditional, but permanent. And this authority is not noisy. It does not beg to be seen. It walks in silence, but when it speaks, realms listen. It shifts atmospheres without words. It discerns truth in a single sentence. It breaks generational chains with one simple no. This is the power I entrusted to you. And now you walk not in confusion, but in clarity, not in fear, but in purpose, not needing validation, but moving in confirmation. Whisper with me, Lord, I accept the weight of this authority with humility and obedience. Do not call it pride to acknowledge who you are. It is obedience. I did not deliver you just to silence you. I brought you through to make you a light, a leader, a chain breaker. This is why people feel you before they hear you. This is why atmospheres shift when you walk in. Even the demons others still carry recognize the fire within you. They know the name I have placed on your spirit. Walk boldly, not to prove, but because proof already surrounds you. The grave of your past is empty. Your power is unfolding. Say this with me, child. Father, I will not shrink back from the light you have placed within me. Now listen, your assignment is clearer than it has ever been. What was once a burden is now a blueprint. What was once hidden is now revealed. The war didn't just prepare you, it positioned you. And now every step matters. This is not the time to delay, not the time to hesitate. You have been entrusted with wisdom that cannot be stolen, discernment that cannot be silenced, and peace that confuses the enemy. You are no longer searching for the light. You are the light. Lift this prayer as a seal. Lord, align my steps with the assignment you have placed before me. Pay attention, beloved, to what stirs your heart now. Pay attention to the places where your soul aches, the cries you cannot ignore. That is where your assignment is rooted. You were never meant just to exist. You were meant to ignite, to step into rooms others fear, to speak what others remain silent about, to break cycles your bloodline accepted as normal. You were chosen to carry heaven in your words, your silence, your decisions. Pray this with me now. Father, let my life ignite freedom and healing in those you send me to. And hear me again, child. Distractions will still try to whisper, temptations will still try to knock. But the difference now is not in the attack, it is in you. Your spirit is anchored, your mind is aligned, your soul is awake. The darkness failed 3 times, and it will fail again. What you thought was breakdown was breakthrough. What you thought was failure was formation. And now, rise. Rise with the certainty that the realm of heaven watches and the enemy trembles. Whisper this one last prayer with me tonight. Lord, I rise in the fullness of who you say I am. Never again to retreat, but only to advance. Amen.